Just knocking the fuzz off some of these 1x4s for trim pieces, because today the guys are back to install the stained tongue and groove ceiling planks that we stained, I don't know, a couple months ago. So we can build out and finish this vaulted ceiling, get all that spray foam and scrambled eggs covered up, and get the holes cut, get the wafer lights in. It's going to be a 2, 3, 4 day job maybe, because that's a lot of scaffolding and messing around. I hope this is the last, the last difficult job in terms of scaffolding and moving stuff around. But I'm really glad to have them guys back. They did such a great job on our porches. So we're going to go see what they're up to. This episode is sponsored once again by Ariat. We appreciate their support and their work clothes. Let's get to work. These guys are on lunch break, so I'm going to get up there and try and wire up these driver boxes before they get back. See what we can get done. Getting to the top. Got my 2 rows of lights in on that side. They're doing very good work. Just finishing up the first side. Took a day and a half. We're going to get started on the second side after lunch, and then I'll get that light up there put in and try and clean the rest of these windows while we have the scaffold up. Good progress. It's starting to look nice. Drop that box down so we have 6 3/4 of room to hang the fan. But this looks good. Got the beam built out so we can put up our boxed in beam. Just spent a little bit of time putting this together, getting it stained and fitted. Kind of the first piece, and then we kind of joint it together in place. So we mitered it, glued it, pinned it, let it sit overnight, then rolled the edge, touched up stain, and looks like a beam. All right, lunchtime. Everybody's on break. I got some trim pieces cut and stained. I think I have enough to trim out all of this. So we got to trim, let's see, we got to trim all these little, everywhere. But this is looking nice. Don't get sick. And we got the beam in half. Got to build the other half, but that turned out nice. Can't even tell. Pretty cool. Real happy with that. So let's see, I got to get up there and box out and drop that ceiling fan box. Figure out how we're gonna box that in. Put these lights in. And I'll be pretty much done. They'll finish the rest. And we'll be ready to go. finished, and it turned out beautifully. Exactly the way we envisioned it. I love the way the beam turned out. First time I ever did a mitered beam wrap, and that turned out really nice. All of these angles were a pain, and they spent kind of almost all day yesterday working this out because there's so many weird cuts that they had to do, but everything is perfect. Let me tell you a little story also. So I had to leave yesterday, which was Friday, about 5 o'clock, and they were taking down the scaffold, cleaning up their tools, just getting everything tore down, ready to finish up the job. And this place just looked like a bomb went off. I mean, we had to cut some insulation where it was sticking out farther than the rafters. So we had to trim that up a lot, and there was just insulation everywhere, and dust and dirt and all kinds of trash. And I had planned on spending basically all day today cleaning, because I have to now bomb the house because of the stink bugs, which came into the house because we had to have all the doors open to run the saw and the air compressor and all of that during this construction. So all the stink bugs came in, and I figured, man, I'm gonna just be cleaning all day. Well, I came back last night just to make sure everything was locked up and power was off after they left, and they had cleaned the whole house. No other contractor I've had has cleaned up after themselves, especially like these guys did. So if I ever need framing or carpentry work done, I'm definitely gonna have them guys do it. They're super polite, very efficient. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're very good at their job. I was just super impressed. So shout out to Chilo and his boys. That's gonna do it for this episode. Our ceiling is the last major project, I think, that will require me to hire a big crew, because I couldn't do that myself. It took 4 dudes 5 days to do that. But now it's all kind of finished work, aside from the stone work that JP's working on in parallel with this project. That all is pretty much done. So next we're going to move on to, I think, assembling cabinets and maybe building some stairs over here, figuring out the railing up here, all the finish work that has to be done for the final inspection. So that's going to do it. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks again to Ariat for sponsoring today's Take It Easy.